I'm giving this testimony from Lagos. I am that woman that God has shown great mercy. I wrote down my testimony so that no details will be left out. My husband traveled to East for a contract work. Then on Tuesday, 17 September, a video came into my phone with a message requesting for a huge ransom, or else they will kill themselves and sell their body part, not my husband's own, through my husband's WhatsApp number. I opened it. Lo and behold, it was my husband in the video, died and blindfolded. He was kidnapped with his car while traveling to the village to see his mother. In that state of confusion, I called my family members to pray for him. Then I and my children logged in to the YouTube of Oh Lord Show Me Mercy. My case is an emergency, which was prayed on 11th of September. And God of suddenly is at work. I am the testimony, which was prayed on the 12th of September. Pastor Jerry said, divine suddenly swallowed evil suddenly.
The Bible speaks about the woman in the book of Revelation that was about to deliver a man child. All of a sudden, a dragon stood in front of her. Pastor, what are you talking about? This is what I call evil suddenly. But before the evil will come near, the Bible said, and the child was caught up to the throne of God. Divine suddenly swallowed evil suddenly. Some of you will understand this prayer very soon. I say it again. Divine suddenly swallowed evil suddenly.
We said amen. As I was praying, the Spirit said I should sow a seed of thanksgiving, which I did that Tuesday night. This next day was Wednesday, 18th of September. The prayer that day was, oh Lord, show me mercy. My case is emergency. Why on the altar of fire? Pastor Jerry said, before the next 24 hours, let the evidence of this mercy prayer speak in your life.
Before the next 24 hours, let the evidence of this mercy prayer, let it be seen in your life.
I said, amen. Pastor Jerry declared again, I know this is for someone listening to me. You received 24 hours mercy intervention. I heard onto that word. He said, bring out your mantle and clean your 2 eyes. At the sound of your amen, you will not cry over that matter again.
You may not understand this, but if you are with your mantle, I just want you to do this last day. Please, can you just wipe your 2 eyes? Wipe your 2 eyes. Wipe your 2 eyes. This is highly prophetic. At the sound of your amen, you will not cry over that matter again.
Then during the communion, I fed my husband picture with the communion. That Wednesday afternoon, they called me for the first time with my husband's main line. This time around, they reduced the ransom, which was still huge, and said we should pay into my husband's account because they have access to his account. I kept on praying God for 24 hours mercy intervention that Wednesday nights. I prayed the 2024 declaration prayer for 7 good times. I told God to deliver my husband the way he delivered Peter from the prison. Just a few minutes after the prayer, my phone rang. It was my husband's second line. I thought it was the kidnappers calling again, but I currently picked the call. NSPP dance. It was my husband panting, saying that he has escaped from the kidnappers den. According to my husband though, he was begging one of them in the room with him at the time to help him and not to kill him. Suddenly, he gave my husband his second phone and told him to call his family members. My husband also asked him to remove the blindfold to enable him see what to press, which he did. My husband said for some minutes, he did not hear any sound again in the room. He peeked from the wardrobe where he was kept and saw nobody. At that moment, his spirit told him to untie himself and run. While escaping, all doors from the room to the gate were open, and he was running. He saw a keke man and pleaded with him to help him to move him out from that area. He said the keke man dropped him in a secure place and told him to find his way from there. Not knowing where he was, he asked around and he was told he was at New Heaven, Enugu. Someone that was abducted at Anambra. He said that was the moment he called me to show you that God perfected everything. Before he left Enugu to come back to Lagos, he was called and was told that his other phone, which they were using to communicate with us, and his car has been found. Pastor Jerry, I have received my testimony and my 24 hours mercy intervention. I just want to return all glory to Elroy, the God that sees I and my family. I want to join millions of NSPPDians to say, May the oil on your head never run dry. Thank you always for standing in the gap for us. We dey pray in the show. What God cannot do does not exist. What my God cannot do does not